Like if they offer me a lot of money to like be like a
You just said you would only do a Pepsi commercial, not a Marvel movie, which makes no sense, and I don't believe you.
No, I wouldn't do any of the Marvel stuff.
Okay. If Alec was in it and said, do the movie.
No.
Alec's telling you to do the movie. Okay. I don't believe it.
I'm not scared of Alec anymore, bro. I'm 57, bro.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Dude.
I used to be very scared.
You did. He was
he's very intense.
He's your oldest, and you're the youngest.
Well, dude, there's 4 of us. I was the runt.
Yeah, you were the runt.
You know, Alec was protecting me from Daniel.
Who was the oldest?
Alec.
And then Daniel?
And then Billy.
Daniel's after
Big,
Billy?
Tall, 6'2.5" Billy.
Yeah.
A scrapper himself.
Yeah.
In his own right.
You guys are all fighters.
Well, we, my dad said, you got to just, and the worst part is, excuse me, my wife's adorable because my dad passed when I was 17, so my wife only knew my dad through stories. So I had to like explain to her, honey, I'm the youngest. And I know you heard all these nice stories about my dad. My dad was gnarly. My dad would snap your neck if he wanted to, but he'd tell you, I could snap your neck if I wanted to. Right? Like he was a little great Santini. In my memory, he was a little great Santini, but he was also my baseball coach. He was also a teacher. He was a hero. He was a wonderful man of the community, wonderful educator, all these lovely things, but he was a shit kicker. Dude, I remember being like 7, 8, or 9. We're at Massapequa High School on a weekend. We're closing down recreation, and these 2 guys light off a pack of fireworks in the locker room. Dude, my dad's like hanging a net on a basketball hoop on a step, like on a big 8-foot ladder. And you hear, and my father comes nice and slow. My dad comes down the fucking ladder, and my dad was 6'1", 250.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Big dude.
And just starts huffing. I'm like 9 going, you're like, why is he running in the locker room? I thought it was coming from outside. My dad goes in the locker room, dude. And he's got this key. Remember when we were kids, there was that like a little fork key for the lights in the gymnasium?
Yeah.
You ever see that?
Yeah.
There's some weird little fork keys. Went into like a thing and like clicked up this little internal thing so that like kids couldn't throw the lights on and off.
Yeah.
My dad, I run behind my dad, who, by the way, when he starts running, he's like, stay here. I'm like, start following my dad. He runs in this locker room. Now, locker room's high school locker room's a big locker room. My dad goes in, bro. I go in behind him. All the lights are on, and he gets inside this like quick little maze. You go in, and it's like you go left, and like it's like if you went to a gym, like a racquetball court, there's like the kind of seats where little lockers are, and you shave, and then there's more lockers over here that's just lockers.
Yeah.
Like another 30 yards of lockers.
Okay.
Big high school. Dude, my dad gets in, and he's been running, and he's a big guy. And he takes this key and he turns the lights out. It's like 7, dude. I'll never forget going, why the fuck? And all of a sudden, like he goes in, he goes, and you just hear my fucking dad starts running to the other side of the locker room because he knows that's the exit door.
Yeah.
And he's been listening to hear if it banged. So he knows they're still on the other side of the locker room. He's turned the fucking lights on.
To catch them.
Dude, he gets down, and it's like Batman when we were kids. Like you just hear these 2 guys going, we're sorry. like a beating.
So your dad is fucking them up.
My dad.
Yeah.
Bam-bammed these guys for like 3 minutes in pitch black.
That's how you did it back in the day.
So they lit off some fireworks.
And they did goddamn what's coming to them. Can we allow to say that now?
Criminal activity.
Yeah.
On private property.
Yeah, your dad was allowed to do that.
And he was a licensed educator.
Yeah.
And a sports coach.
So he let him know.
So, dude, the next thing, I'll never forget, we'll see this here. And the lights come on, and these 2 guys are on the floor. It was like a hero moment with my dad. My dad's sitting there, there's like got blood on him and shit, Like,
and those kids are laid out.
Out.
Wow. Wow.
But my dad didn't talk. He didn't go, hey, you kids.
Yeah.
He turned the lights up, beat the shit out of them so they'd never do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was back then. You can't do it. And I don't condone that now.
He doesn't condone that.
Should never turn the lights out.
This was allegedly. It was allegedly. It was in the dark. We can't.
And, yeah, it was gnarly, dude. And listen. One time we were driving to Jones Beach, and my dad's driving with all the kids in the car, and he pulls the car over the side of the highway going to the Jones Beach.
And there's 4 boys and 2 girls.
It's all of us.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls the car over, stops the car. He gets out, which is different. When he's in the car, he says, stay in the car. If he's in the car, he says, stay in the car. That's different. If he gets out of the car and leans in the window and goes, stay in the car, that means don't get out of the car, no matter what. My dad goes and walks down like 30 yards, maybe 50. He walks 20 car lengths down the side of the road, and there's a guy there changing a tire on his car with his girlfriend. And my dad walks right up to him and goes, bam! And punches him right in the face, lays him right out on the side of a freeway.
Why?
And steps over him and goes, how's it feel? Because when we were driving by, he was slapping the girl in an argument. And we didn't know that. So my dad just, watch, doesn't say anything, dog. You're going, yay, beach ball. Yay, life preserver. Flip flop, snorkel. Yeah. Watch. Shh. Stay in the car. We're all at the back window going, what's he doing? Where's he going? You just see the silhouette of my dad go. You see the guy's feet go. Because he slapped the girl. They were in some argument on the side of the road, and he literally must have done like a, like, hey. Like, as my guess, it's, it's.
That's beautiful that your dad did that.
Oh, yeah, he was a Clint Eastwood kind of guy.
That's beautiful.
He laid the guy out. So I learned, lay the guy out, ask questions later. You know what I mean? Which happened to me at the Sunoco not too long ago in Studio City 3 years ago.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, this guy was there for the farmer's market, and
because you're pretty chill. Go ahead.
Yeah, but if you're bullying someone, I'll wrap a chair around your head.
Yes, what happened?
Weird, dude. It was demonic in the spirit realm.
And we believe in this.
I know it's true. So this guy, I was paying for some stuff, and this all of a sudden I hear this argument behind me, and I turn around. It's a big, tall guy in a straw hat, kind of like, looks like a farmer. And there's this little Hispanic guy, like in like black clothes, with like a little guy. They're very petite. He worked at like Alfred or something over there, right?
Alfred Coffee.
Yeah, right over there. You know what I'm talking about? Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
So there's a Sunoco right there on the triangle, right?
Yeah.
So in that Sunoco, I turn around over my shoulder, and the big tall guy is looking like, got his nose almost to the nose of the other guy, like, oh, listen, you shit. I thought it was 2 guys that knew each other who were arguing. I think they knew each other.
Yeah.
So I thought they were friends.
Yeah.
So I go back. 15 seconds later, crash. I turn around, and the little guy's now across this little convenience store.
Oh, no.
At a gas station, because this guy has pushed him to the ground. And when I turn, the guy in the straw hat steps back and drop kicks him in the face. And I see that. As he steps to take the second kick, I kick him in the ass.
Okay.
So this guy's King Kong at the moment. His adrenaline's, he's going to do the second kick after he just drilled the guy, right?
Yeah.
So I know now he wants to kick. He wants to get his kicks. So I got to get his attention, break through that as quick as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So I won't yell it like I yelled it. I had to yell it.
Yeah.
But I just said, listen, what's happening right now, you don't understand. You don't understand what's happening. Who are you? What are you, a fucking cop? I'm about to fuck you up. I'm about to grab your esophagus with my fingers. And while I have it, I'm going to peel your fucking nose back right over your forehead. And I'm going to do it so fucking fast, all you're going to remember is the taste of the blood in your fucking mouth. So listen to me. think about. Now this guy's on the floor, got kicked in the. I'm just trying to, like a cop. I'm trying not to get killed. He may have a gun. I don't. Yeah. But I had to try to stop it. That's what my dad would have done. So now, twice the guy swings at me. I could already tell, Jamie. I would break his knee backwards in 1 second if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because he swung at me once, right? I know exactly the weight displacement. I know what leg he steps on. I know how he leads with his elbow. I know exactly how to knock him out with my right hand. But I'm not going to do that because this guy's a dick. He'll remember me the rest of his life if I break his knee backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I started saying those things. I didn't do like, hey, kung fu. I had to say, I'm about to hurt you bad so that you'll never forget this day. The choice is yours, is what I said to the guy. But it went on for what seemed like 6 to 8 minutes. They called the cops. The woman was crying. The cashier, oh my God, police! Like it was. I'm like West Side Story with the guy. I'm like this, you know.
First of all, this is beautiful that you did this.
It was wild.
Second of all, was that all over TMZ?
No, never on anything.
I never heard this story.
I went back 3 weeks later and I tried to get the security footage because I thought it was probably very interesting. Only because the guy swung at me twice and I ducked.
He ducked because people don't know that you're such a fighter.
I'm just fast.
Yes, but how did it end? How did it end?
He ran out.
Wow.
He just ran out. I was just trying to keep him there till the cops came.
Would you have done that to his nose?
No.
Yeah, you just let him know.
No. If I hooked him once to his ribs, he wouldn't get up.
Yeah.
He wasn't a fighter.
Yeah.
He was just picking on somebody smaller than him.
Good
for some demonic. I felt bad for even the bad guy in this case. Like I said, if he was some kind of Hulk stud, really, that could make a difference in the world, with some kind of machismo, I'd be into it. But this guy was just, some.
Why was it demonic?
A tall weaselly dork picking on a small weaselly dork.
Yeah.
Kinda, sorta.
It was not cool.
Well, no, it was.
But was it evil? You said demonic.
Well, they didn't know each other.
Oh, really?
No, they were two strangers in a gas station, and this guy just decided to push this guy down and kick him in his face.
Fuck, that's awful.
That's demonic.
Yeah, that is evil.
It's not a nice spirit, certainly. So I just introduced him to the other side.
The good side.
Well, yeah, but see, the good side controls the bad side. That's what people don't understand about God's wrath. So I just introduced him to God's wrath. I just simply said, if you behave, the outcome could be like this. If you do not, if you choose in this moment not to surrender, you will never forget me for the rest of your life.
That is so good. Wait, can I? It's so good, dude. I love it.
Yes,
but
it was true. I was gonna bite his face. Just I was gonna.
You have to.
Well, you want to do a little Hannibal Lecter something.
No, you gotta
to make a good point. You know what I mean?
Gotta let people know you'll bite into their neck, like you're fucking.
No, not the neck. You want to, because here's the thing: if they're biting your nose, they're looking at you, and that hurts. Then you bite their neck. See?
Yeah. You have to out crazy the crazy.
Well, I think it's more like you have to just be confident enough to be able to say, never underestimate my crazy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, don't underestimate my crazy.
And I don't.
God bless you.
Dude,
like I said, because
I love you, man. I want to tell you this. I want the young people to know, and the older people, that when you got fired or creative differences from casualties of war, that you went on. We're going to run out of tape, but I just want to say this. To Born on the 4th of July.
Right.
So you went from one Vietnam legendary movie to even a bigger.
That was awesome. Thank you for saying that. That's very sweet. That's a great, and Tom Cruise is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think
you went from Sean Penn to Tom Cruise.
I didn't love the last Top Gun, but...
Oh, God. Stop.
Let me end this the right
Stop, way. Ebert. Stop, Ebert. So there's a silver lining.
Stevie Bieber.
There's a silver lining. Tell everybody your new podcast where they can see, and tell them your socials.
So we've started a little interview thing like this, but my gig's called One Bad Movie. It's we already interviewed Mr. Kennedy on the program, and we talked
Mine was
about
called 5 Bad Movies.
We talked about bad movies, like the cheesy ones, you know.
But we go into a lot of other stuff too. It's great. That's
like I'm reaching out to Sam Jackson now to ask him about that Snakes on a Plane. You know what I mean? It needs to be discussed.
But that was so bad, it was good. You know,
Right.
and people love it.
Right.
So, listen, it's his new show. Watch it when it comes out, dude. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
You're awesome, man.
You
Love
are
to you and the
more
fam
awesome.
and the dogs and your trip back. Bless you, baby. Thank you, buddy.